Long before humans walked the earth, before cities, machines, or even the first birds filled the skies, our planet was ruled by giants. These giants were dinosaurs on land and mysterious monsters beneath the oceans. Their world was wild, dangerous, and full of constant struggle for survival. This is the story of how they lived, the rulers of the land and the kings of the deep. A world unlike today. Over 100 million years ago, Earth looked very different. The continents were connected in massive land masses. Volcanoes erupted frequently, and the climate was warmer and more humid than today. Dense forests of giant ferns and towering trees covered the land, while vast oceans hid creatures beyond imagination. Life was everywhere. On land, dinosaurs dominated every environment, from dry deserts to lush jungles. In the seas, enormous marine predators hunted in deep waters where sunlight barely reached. Together, they formed an ancient world of power, survival, and mystery. The life of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were not all the same. Some were enormous plant-eaters, peaceful but powerful. Others were fierce hunters that ruled through strength and speed. The gentle giants. Among the most impressive dinosaurs were the massive herbivores. These giants spent their days feeding on plants, using their long necks to reach leaves high in the trees. They traveled in herds for protection. Living in groups helped them survive attacks from predators. The young stayed in the center of the herd, protected by large adults surrounding them. Their daily life was simple but constant, searching for food, protecting their young, migrating to find water, avoiding predators. Despite their size, life was never easy. A single attack from a hungry carnivore could threaten even the strongest herd. Yet their enormous bodies helped them survive. Some grew longer than buses and heavier than several elephants combined. Their size alone often scared predators away. The fearsome hunters. While herbivores searched for plants, carnivorous dinosaurs hunted for survival. These predators had sharp teeth, powerful legs, and incredible senses. They lived by strategy and patience. Some hunted alone, hiding in forests and ambushing prey with explosive speed. Others worked in packs, cooperating to take down animals much larger than themselves. Their survival depended on strength, speed, intelligence, sharp vision, and smell. A predator's life was harsh. Many hunts failed, and without food, even the strongest hunter could starve. Every day was a battle between hunger and survival. Raising the next generation. Dinosaurs reproduced by laying eggs. Many species built nests and protected them carefully from danger. Parents guarded their eggs from predators and sometimes stayed with their young after they hatched. Baby dinosaurs were extremely vulnerable, and only a few survived to adulthood. Young dinosaurs grew quickly. They had to learn how to find food, how to recognize danger, how to survive in a competitive world. Life was a constant lesson in survival. The oceans, a different kingdom. While dinosaurs ruled the land, the oceans were home to creatures, just as powerful marine reptiles and underwater monsters that dominated the seas. The ancient oceans were dark, deep, and full of life. Strange creatures with enormous jaws, long bodies, and powerful fins hunted beneath the waves. This underwater world was even more mysterious than the land. The rulers of the deep. In the oceans lived enormous marine predators. Some had long necks to snatch fish from a distance, while others had massive jaws filled with sharp teeth designed for crushing prey. These underwater hunters were perfectly adapted to their environment. They moved through the water with speed and grace, using strong flippers and streamlined bodies. Their lives revolved around hunting, breathing at the surface and defending territory. Unlike land dinosaurs, these sea creatures had to constantly return to the surface for air. This made them vulnerable, as enemies could attack when they surfaced. The ocean was a place where danger came from every direction. Life beneath the waves. The underwater monsters lived in a world of constant motion. Schools of fish moved like living clouds through the water. Smaller creatures hid among coral reefs. Massive predators silently patrolled the deep. Survival required perfect adaptation. Sharp senses to detect movement, strong bodies for fast swimming, powerful jaws for catching prey. Some marine creatures hunted in deep waters where sunlight could not reach. Others stayed near the surface, feeding on fish and smaller reptiles. The ocean was both beautiful and deadly, the food chain of the ancient world. Both on land and in the ocean, life followed a strict food chain. Plants fed herbivores. Herbivores fed carnivores. Smaller predators fed larger predators. This balance kept ecosystems stable. If one group became too powerful, it could disrupt the entire environment. Nature maintained balance through competition and survival. Even the most powerful creatures could become prey. A dangerous planet. The world of dinosaurs and underwater monsters was not only filled with predators. Natural disasters constantly threatened life. Volcanic eruptions covered lands in ash. Massive storms reshaped coastlines. Changing climates forced migration. Creatures had to adapt or perish. These challenges made survival even more difficult. Only the strongest and most adaptable species continued to exist. Encounters between land and sea. Sometimes the worlds of land and ocean collided. Dinosaurs living near coastlines searched for food along the shores, while marine predators lurked beneath the waves. A careless step into deep water could lead to sudden attack. Rivers and beaches were dangerous meeting points between two powerful worlds. These encounters reminded all creatures that survival required constant awareness, communication, and behavior. Dinosaurs were not simply mindless beasts. Many likely communicated with each other using sounds, body movements, and displays of strength. They may have warned others of danger, called to their young, challenged rivals, attracted mates. Similarly, marine reptiles may have used vibrations and movement to sense and communicate underwater. Social behavior helped many species survive in a dangerous world. Growth and evolution. Over millions of years, dinosaurs and marine monsters evolved into new forms. Some became larger, faster, or more intelligent. Others developed armor, horns, or improved hunting abilities. Evolution was driven by survival. The environment constantly changed, and only those who adapted could continue their line. This process created incredible diversity among ancient creatures, the beginning of the end. For millions of years, dinosaurs and underwater monsters ruled Earth. They seemed unstoppable, but the planet itself was changing. Climate shifts, volcanic activity, and finally a catastrophic asteroid impact altered Earth forever. Dust filled the sky, blocking sunlight. Plants died, ecosystems collapsed, and food chains broke apart. One by one, the giants disappeared. The rulers of land and sea vanished, leaving only fossils as evidence of their existence. Their legacy, though dinosaurs and ancient marine monsters are gone, their story remains written in stone. Their fossils reveal how they lived, how they hunted, how they cared for their young, how they adapted to a harsh world. They shaped Earth's history and influenced the evolution of life that followed. Even today, their descendants live among us. Birds carry the legacy of dinosaurs, and ocean predators still rule the seas in different forms, a world we can only imagine. The age of dinosaurs and underwater monsters was a time of extraordinary life. It was a world of towering giants, endless oceans, and constant struggle for survival. Though millions of years separate us from them, their story continues to inspire curiosity and wonder. They remind us that Earth has always been a place of change, where powerful creatures rise, adapt, and eventually fade, leaving behind stories waiting to be discovered. And deep beneath the oceans, and buried within ancient rocks, the echoes of their world still remain.